Day 9, Oh, no. It's actually the opposite. Day 6-9. 6-9. Day 6-9. Day 52 on being sober. Which is kind of insane, to be honest. Is that okay if we're only honest in this world? Is it okay if we are creating apps? If your boy is going into the iStore, Steve Jobs would be proud that his Siri creation is now called Siri AI. What's going on, G? Day 6-9, nice. What are we talking about today? Oh, boy. Your boy is looking to submit his app to the App Store. He's got an area. He's got an app. Whoop. Girls Instagram. Not today, boys. Test flight. Test flight is something that only developers are allowed before you can start testing your app. So now we have the simultaneous development. I gotta be honest, I don't know what happened besides OpenAI just came in, swooped in, and started making a mess of my brain. What does that mean, Charles? That means that if I can ship apps in the App Store on behalf of people, Are you kidding me? What? And you're all worried about $9 tablets for hydration, Charles, when you can literally potentially ship? I go into my boy and he says, hey, listen, Charles, I know you've been really getting kicked out of bars when you were in your 20s. One of them for a backwards hat that I was just too egotistically to remove. So they kicked me out and took the hat. And it was a Knicks hat, by the way. I was a fan. They came back and they said, Charles, for your world, this is better than developers. I have seen I've seen hundreds of renderings, maybe thousands of renderings. Literally thousands of renderings. This is what the lobby's gonna look like. This is what the gym is gonna look like. The rooftop is gonna look like this. Let's move this over here. It's gonna look incredible. It's gonna look so nice. You're gonna want... Never have I seen a rendering as good as this. And this just showed up. This just showed up in the chat. Do I want 4 handsome people and pretty women and 2 guys in the background and indoor cycling studio overlooking the water? Can we vibe code here, please? Can I be in the background, talking with Sarah, Stephanie, Tim, and John? And there I am in the background, just going on my 50-miler, coming back and then slamming out an app. I went to someone's webpage, unnamed real estate agent, very good real estate agent, has 10 people on their team. 10 people. You got to feed 10 people, 10 mouths. So you're making probably making $2.5 to $3 million. Then it gets divided up. You get all the agents and everything else. Dude, are you kidding me? What if I said you now have a website and you have clients that can log into your app? Oh! All right. Let's bring this down here. There is no development redeemer code for the iPhone testing. On your iPhone, close the redeem codes, open Gmail. Open Gmail. Checking mail. Nope. Not today, Johnny boys. Apple sent an email after the account is added to the internal testing group. I did not receive the email. Find. Let's turn down the music so I can actually think, huh? Turn that down a little tab. So what do we, by the way, what is the differentiation? I walked around, I'm on the 16th floor. The place that I rent from has 16 and 17 here in, right behind me is Times Square. What does that matter? I saw people shipping things and I go, that's nice. That's a nice shipment. That's a nice vibe code. Do you understand what is getting built right now? What if I can go into, I'm not tailoring this to vibe coders. That's almost certain. I could change my mind. These are to the people that care about their life. Let me pull this back. Let me just say this. The missing email confirms the final distribution step was never completed. Apple has the valid build, but your account. Also, please don't share any emails. Yay, kids. There we go. Let's bring that back up. Okay. Let's go into a new chat. Because now I'm humming. I don't know what... OpenAI is like sobriety. You go, there's a whole world out there. There's a whole world I didn't even know about. Go find the area in which I am building a iPhone app. It is called Orbit Go. I want you to inspect the code. Actually, I don't want you to do that. Find that folder and come back to me. What I'm now the ideas are humming. The ideas are humming. What do I mean by that? I don't need two-factor authenticity or authentication. I can just use the biometrics of the Apple iPhone logging you in with your face. I also wrote down that instead of "Hey Siri," why don't we say "Hey Todd"? Take this note. While I'm vibe coding, I can go, "Hey, what's my workout for tomorrow? What does my week look like tomorrow? What is my sleep score? Is this a good investment?" And now you have it's all encompassing. It's not just vibe coding. Vibe coding is, found it. Fantastic. Thank you so much for being superior to Claude Code. All right, Charles, take it easy. It's only day 69. Fantastic. Thank you so much. There are two areas in which I would love to inquire in by you, the orchestrator, spawning as many agents as you'd like to. Number one, find out how we can implement two features. Number one is the Siri aspect, where there is an area within Siri that you can trigger Siri within the iPhone by saying, "Hey Siri." What I want you to do, because other apps have done it, it's leading the witness. It's leading the witness. Listen, don't call me the attorney, but it's leading the witness. I have no idea if any apps have done this, but no, we are not taking phone calls. Turn off your iPhone, Charles. We are doing iPhone business. 708 Lagrange. Who is this? Who is this? Who is that, Mark? Lagrange? The French? There's a lot of French people in New York, by the way. I don't know what happened. France is falling. All right. Got it, Charles. What I want you to do, because other apps have done it, is when we launch this app called Orbit Go, I want there to be a feature that people can say, "Hey, Todd," because Todd is our AI that is essentially the personalized AI for every single user. So when someone calls upon "Hey, Todd," it automatically triggers the Todd AI within our Orbit Go. That's number one. Number two is adding in biometrics that instead of having a username and login, or username and password, or a two-factor authentication, we have the iPhone biometrics login with your Face ID. Come back with only good news and skirt any nonsense that you have that would potentially hinder my day. All right, Charles. This is bad. This is bad. You should probably never put Charles in a good position like this again. All right. Let's go, Mark. What's going on? AI generated. Yeah, no, of course, Amir. Do you understand? Let me just bring up for Amir before I move on to the other chats. Amir, we'll say new construction, New York City. Do you understand the trash that gets thrown in front of me? This is the trash that gets thrown in front of me. Charles, you know, we're going to be able to create this building. It actually has zero basis of getting implemented by the Department of Buildings or by any city council. And to be honest, engineeringly, it's impossible to create this based on the structure, the bedrock of Manhattan. But it looks great within Gemini 2.0 or Meta's new terrible AI model. I know this is a decent rendering. That's decent. This is the Trade Center. Well, they went in from Freedom Tower. I'm used to just trash. I'm used to just, here, let's just do this. New construction, New York City, gym, condo. Look at the crap that they give me. We need people involved because some of them, the exercises they're doing are impossible. Hi, this is the gym that we're gonna be having in our apartment. It's gonna be a heck of a gym. We're gonna have Pilates, we're gonna have yoga, we're gonna be really rocking it in the gym today. Make sure that you come by and buy the gyms never look like this. This is lies. They have literally hibiscus towels to the left with a water tank. That is not, that bike doesn't even exist. This bike doesn't even, this is a basic crap $2,000 treadmill when $5,000 treadmills exist. We're gonna have some jump ropes. You're gonna be able to stretch. I actually have that. You're gonna have a foam roller and a ball to just, you know, you have a medicine ball. Okay. And then I go in and they go accidentally, against my will, comes in with those images. And I go, oh, okay. Apple does not provide. What we need to have, my friend, is a way for me on my iPhone remotely, because I'm not at my Mac studio, to use the Test Flight app on my iPhone. Amir wants to see it. Turn on the lights. Turn on lights. Rights in sunlight. Turn on lights. Lights in sunlight. I don't know what that means, but the humidity in Manhattan is 80. Okay? It sucks. Okay? You literally stand in the subway. It's 80 degree, or I'm sorry, it's 80 humidity, and you literally are just sweating. My backpack is probably, I have my gym stuff, I have my work stuff, I have my laptop. I was in desperate need of the subway, any subway. even if it's not even mine, just go by and just give me air, please. It just sits there. It's just a sauna. I can't wait to be rich and travel to the south. No, I gotta be honest. I love New York City, but what I noticed, both features are green lit. Okay. Hey, Todd. We can provide Apple native activation methods. 0 setup. Hey, Siri, talk to Todd in orbit. No. Exact. Hey, Todd. Yes. Users perform a one vocal. Yes. Implementation. Perfect. Face ID. There we go, baby. Orbit Go is already unusually close. Dude, if Sam Altman, if he's still the one that's actually doing anything besides raising money and causing havoc on Twitter, if he's the one that actually is releasing the models, dude, OpenAI is going to dust clean everybody, considering what's his face in China, not Xi Jinping, is going to raise their prices. The one that historically undercuts everybody. I don't know where it is. Nope, that's Claude. We have you out. We have you on the sideline. That's the one. Yes, I got it up and running. I still do not have the chats up and running, but I'm doing both of them at the exact same time. You can code. You have all inclusive in one app. Your whole life. Your life is your money, your habits, your tasks, your to-do list, your emails, your calendar. You have your work, your Calendly, your short link, your website, your build. You can vibe code a community of awesome top producers. Like, I do not look at what I'm building as comparable, because what I'm building is something I'm going to use. I'm not building this because other people are going to like this and I don't like the industry. There's a lot of people that do that. Perfect examples. Love the guy, but he talked about it consistently on Dirty Jobs. Mike Rowe consistently talked about it, that people do what you are good at and you will fall in love with it. Yes, okay. And then he said the money will come with it. Yes, okay. However, I don't want to be picking up, sticking my hand in a cow's behind. I'm good at it. I might like it because it pays well. I'm not doing that. I'm doing sludge. I'm doing the sewer systems. You know, there's so many other crazy stuff. What? I don't care that you're good at it and then you'll like it and then the money will come. Come on now. Do something you like first, and hopefully the money will come. And if it doesn't, then you have to recommended order. All right. This one definitely has to stay here. This is the redesign. We got to redesign both websites. Boatenston.com. This is very good that this is happening, because Boatenston.com, if I can, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to ask it right now. I have what seems, actually, you know what? I hate leading the witness because I don't want you to make me feel good. I hate feelings. Feelings, be gone, feelings. Thank you for this. We will come back to it. Spawn up some agents. I do have a secondary question, which is, people are coming to me. Building websites is easy. Building applications for the websites and SaaS products are easy. But now people want desktop apps for their Mac and iPhone apps for their phone. Is that something that I can do with my Apple development permissions? Does it cost money? And can I build it out and then provide access to second and or third parties so they can use it for their own uses? For example, if someone owns a restaurant or someone has a workout business and a gym and they want an app for their gym or their restaurant, can I build that for them? Is there additional cost for having 10, 15, 20 apps? Can I manage 10, 15, 20 apps? Be truthful with your answer and dumb it down to 7 bullet points or less. And that's it. Want me to play you from the speaker? Check the feed. Broadcast Charles to my coworkers. Yeah, buddy! You know what I thought about? There was a guy that died. He was a broadcaster. I forgot his... Mike Limbaugh or Rush Limbaugh. Rush Limbaugh. He influenced Tim Dillon, the comedian. There you go. Comedian Tim Dillon. I don't think I've ever listened to Rush Limbaugh. I have no idea what he stands for. I think he was Republican. I could care less. The only thing that matters about what I'm actually about to say right now is that he said 50% of his viewers are haters. I feel like telling that to Bridgemind. I feel like telling that to all the other vibe coders. When I am getting people, I'm looking at the comment section, some yo-yo drops into this guy's DMs. A guy who has actually shipped something. A guy who actually has paying clients. A guy who knows what he's doing a little bit more than me, but he's not a Dario. And the comments are, we're in a bubble. It's such a... He said, OMG. I wanted to reply and be like, first of all, you mentioned a third name in OMG. Do you believe in that? First of all, you can't say that unless you believe in it. And you shouldn't say that if you do believe in it. Number one. Number two is, what do you mean we're in a bubble? What's the bubble? We're always in a bubble. There's a bubble before people stopped going to mortgage brokers and they went right to banks. There was a bubble before they went to Google Flights or Orbitz or the one by Shatner to book their own trips where they can get the car, the hotel, and the flight all encompassing. Did you care about the travel agents? What about the attorneys who are actually fighting self-driving, full self-driving, because now they're going to be out of work because people are not going to be going and getting injured and dying in car crashes. So the personal injury people are now up in arms and lobbying in DC to not have people die and be unsafe. Talk about rendering shekels upon Caesar, huh? Okay. Where are you going to get this knowledge? No one drops this knowledge. I'm not going to be Bridgemind. Thousands of people tune in. Oh, what should be the next prop? I think we're going to go for a scary game tonight. Zucks put out this really cool video on a game that he built with his beautiful model. And let's try and get it done, boys and girls. All right. Yes, you could build and publish for restaurants, gyms, and other clients. Apps cost $99 a year. Are you kidding me? My mind just races. Now has no publishing per app fee, total app limit. There's none. For client branded apps, the clean setup is for each client has its own developer account, invites you as a developer. They pay their own $99. Oh. You can use one Apple account to access many client teams. Manage 10, 20 apps is completely realistic. Apple may reject 10 to 20 identical. We would never do that, you silly goose. Apps can be public, private, particular company. Budget separately for hosting. Why does this matter? What if we have 10 to 20 app developers that are using Orbit? Charles, we're using Orbit because now I can have my project management for the 10 or 20. We also love your ADE. We also like that I'm exercising and eating well and tracking my budget and using Stripe API and going after Cloudflare Pay. This opens up everything. Hey, for $100 a year, you can have your own app that's customized to your name, built by me. Hello? Hello? Are you kidding me? To ride a city bike in Manhattan, I just looked it up. It's double this. It's more than double this. It's $250 to ride a bicycle in Manhattan, where you rent the bicycle. That used to be $99. It went up 2.5 times. Talk about inflation. Hey, Donald, let's worry about the city bike costs of Manhattan. We got to exercise here in Manhattan. We're getting a little scary-eyed over here. All right, let's move on. This guy's got to ship because we need this. I got to get out of this. This context window is way too big. Way too big. This is on 3 days. The guy is clearly drunk. He is not going to pay his tab. He's going to tip the bartender. One guy's got his legs, the other one's got his arms, and they're just going to toss him into the streets like it's 1901 in Lower East Side, Manhattan, and they're going to have gangs in New York pick him up, and now he's on his ship back to Ireland. Does anyone else have that kind of imagination? No? Okay, cool. Yes, you can install Orbit Go remotely without... Okay, I'm in Apple Connect. Sign in, yes. Under internal testing, create internal testing. Let's do this together, boys and girls, unless this is really boring and you'd rather listen to Bridgemind. Vibe code. Charles, you're ripping on the guy that you're stealing the idea. I know, people. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'll be different. Not nicer, but different. Okay, where is this? Do this for me. I was listening to a guy talk about, I don't like the word boomer because it denotes negativity upon people that came before us, especially the people that were sons and daughters of the greatest generation and the greatest generation before them, which were sitting in trench holes, digging out France, Germany, Prussia, Poland, Europe. All happened because of the Huguenots, the French. The French ruined everything. They're the sister church, but they ruined everything. Iconoclastic. We got to rip everything down. All right. Sign in. Okay. This music is it not loud for anyone else right now? Is it not loud? OBS. Turn this down, bro. Gosh. I can barely hear myself think. By the way, I was listening to someone who regularly gets 100+ subscribers or whatever, viewers on their thing. Do you know what he said? You know what he said? He said this 3 times in a row. He said, take a lap. I'm sorry, what? What? We're not coming in taking copywriting of take a lap, all right? Mark's taken many laps. Probably by his superior. Because he's listening to me instead of hanging steel. Okay, name it. I already have one. No, I don't. Charles, stop staring at the screen. All right, what else do we say? Please turn on dark mode in Codex. I can't watch this. How the heck do you turn on dark mode? Settings. Dark. Gosh. Oh, this sucks for me. The things I do for you people. Oh, my eyes got to adjust. What is this? Who is this for? Who is this for? Who's the dark mode for? Okay, App Connect, sign in with your existing app developer. Yes. Under internal testing. Internal testing. I don't see internal testing. Find internal. No. Let's screenshot it. Tell me where we are. Tell me where we are. Oh, we already have one. Where is internal testing? Okay, that's out. This is Harbor. Harbor needs to... I just need to learn how to freaking get a game up and running, dude. Let's celebrate your 52nd day. I go into the gym today. Don't tell the guy who irons out the jackets, but I put it in the washer dryer. I put it in the washer. I didn't put it in the dryer. Tap test flight on the upper left. Okay, test flight. Test flight. I don't know if this is sensitive. Let's bring this down here. I've never done this before. Okay. The blue tab between. Okay, thank you for clarifying that, because yes, your boy's like. Who's the guy who was in Animal House? Not Animal House. That was Jim Belushi. Chris Farley. I'm over here. You're over there. I'm over here. I'm over there. Yeah, whatever happened to his buddy? He probably didn't re-sign the contract. That's why we haven't heard of him. On the next page, go to internal testing, plus button, group name. All right, we're making some sauce. Enable automatic distribution. That sounds good. Testers. Open test flight. Testers. Charles Bodenstead. Grrr. Invited. Invited? Have I been invited? Nope. Yep, right here. View and test flight. Oh! I want to make sure nothing is... Yeah, buddy. I gotta be honest, it's growing on me. The best way to look at an icon is, will this look good on a... I'm going to put this up. I'm going to put this up on social media. This is how I'm going to soft launch my girlfriend. Her name is Orbit Go. She's related to Elon Musk's... What do you... Orbit Go, view and test flight. Oh my gosh. Here it is. Here it is. Install. Oh my gosh. All right. Yeah, buddy. Screenshot it. Are we making history right now? Are we making history? Works on this iPhone. iMessage? No. You can iMessage? Apple Watch? Apple Watch? No more for this. Dude, I just got the chills. You know how you have Alex Finn, who's going on and saying, well, you know, I was out in nature and, you know, I was vibe coding from my cell phone. I did a 17,000, I scaled a mountain peak like Alex Honnold without ropes. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. It's in Yosemite. Dude, that guy is insane. I watched that video probably... And of course, the time he gets his girlfriend, he falls. And what's his name? Oh my gosh, don't tell me I have it on my phone. Boys and girls. Or boys and boys. Oh my gosh, dude. Custom menu. Are you? I'm getting major chills. Oh my gosh, dude. Are you kidding me? I'm never going back to Claude. Dario, I take everything back. Boris, I still love you because you give good interviews and you called out Alex Karp or whatever his name is. What's Karp's first name? It's Alex Karp, right? Karp, Palantir, CEO, Alex Karp. Yes. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Holy cow, dude. Ah! Are you kidding me? Today. Life OS. Oh my gosh, dude. An era has... Should I just work on the iPhone app? Obviously, you're going to be at desktop, so I need both. I don't think you understand what... This is a problem that just occurred. You know how I talk about 6 years of sticking my face upside down into liquor bottles? Okay? I was being hung by my legs and pounding a 1 liter bottle of 80 proof every single night. And just nobody knew except for about 3 people. 2 people probably, actually. I know 2 people. Everyone else had no idea. Other people had like inclinings where they tried to help. Well, God knows. But this is the same obsession now. You can create apps. Not just websites, not just ideas, apps that are clean. Dude. I was already thinking about it, probably while I was on the crapper. How, you know what? Let's do this. Let's do this. How do I create a sandbox? How do I create a sandbox that gets... I want you to look into creating a sandbox style where people can potentially do Xcode and or test flight that is put out by Apple, where they can see the enormity and the inspiration of what can be coded with OpenAI using Swift as the basis and their idea as the objective or bedrock. See if we can create a live, interactive sandbox on Botensten.com. Would love to have something that is so revolutionary where they can see live and create live their own desktop app, their own mobile app, their own website, their own SaaS. The last 2 are not as important as the apps. This is... Now we need this deal to go through. Now we need this deal to go through. Are you kidding me? After the greatest the silent generation levels, good settings, appearance, Brosen 60 does suffering. I know. I know. Dude, if I used OpenAI from the beginning, I don't even know where I would be, but I don't care because you need to hit bottom for you to change. Hello, addiction. Hello, addiction. I saw a video yesterday because I was trying to clean out my computer. I saw a video that I took. It was 2024. It was almost 2 years ago. And I saw that video, and it is an unrecognizable guy. Dude, I was steaming on the bike today. I was pumping out watts. Drenched. Whole shirt drenched. Okay. Tap test flight. Oh my gosh. I can't even concentrate right now. All right, Charles. Focus. The ideas will come. Worry about yourself. Then think about how many... Like, I'm done with real estate now. Why don't I just ping the top 100 to 200 agents and be like, you can have your own... That's where you... Okay, shut up, Charles. Do you understand? I'll just go on this rant for a second. Do you understand how much There is something called the Tom Ferry Summit going on right now. Tom Ferry is one of the top coaches in America for real estate agents. He probably has 30 vendors there paying hundreds, if not thousands of dollars each to be there. They go and say, you could have your own app, but that's extra. That's a $2,000 setup fee and $5,000 a year. You can have your own website. That's $1,500 setup and about $2,500 a year. I have a buddy, I've already said this. This is just one industry. Imagine hair salons. What about general contractors? What about electricians? What about pest control? What about tracking orders for your local restaurants in your town? What about sports clubs? What about what's happening in your town? And then you live off of revenue, or you live off of advertisements or subscriptions or one-time fees. The world will never be the same. That's why I don't cover the news as much, because the news does not matter. Let's go back to tap test flight at the top. Okay, the blue analytics and Xcode. Okay, I did that. Okay, let's send this screenshot. I don't want to share it. Holy cow, dude. I just sent 2 days ago $200, because obviously money, I'm not making money from this. So it's like $200 I just sent, and I'm never going to use. It's like, I wish I just gave that $200 and had a second OpenAI account. Ah! All right, we are full steam ahead. I just downloaded it to test flight on my iPhone. It looks fantastic. We need the orchestrator to go in and to look at everything that the Botensten.com/community offers. You obviously have multiple areas with real data. One of them is the community. Another one is their Life OS, which is all about their life, their wealth, their love, their happiness, their to-do list, their tasks, their calendar, their inbox, their drive, their docs, all of it. Then there's also the workspace area, and then there is the apps store. Let's go through spawning up however amount of agents you desire to add in what data is there on desktop and on computer that has to have an API or one-to-one connection so the database reflects the Botensten.com from the desktop or from the browser into the app. There's also two other features that I brought up in other chats. Number one is biometrics for signing in using the Apple Face ID. And number two is, instead of saying, "Hey Siri," we say, "Hey Todd," because Todd is our AI. So people, when they're on a closed lock screen for Apple, they can say, "Hey Todd, take this note," and it'll take a note. Or, "Hey Todd, tell me my sleep score." Or, "Hey Todd, what is my workout?" And it will tell them, just like "Hey Siri." We're not going to say, "Hey Siri, open up Todd." We're going to go directly into the app, spawn up as many agents as needed to make that happen. All right, so we're going to use this other chat. What did I ask? Because I'm doing two different. I'm doing the same. Oh, this is the sandbox. This is the sandbox. This is why I don't even I feel I can't. You hear it from some people where they go, I can't look at other people because then my mind kind of gets bewildered when it comes to vibe coders. I'm now at that point now. Now that I literally have a working app that I could potentially submit to Apple to then be on the Apple Store for less than $10 a month, and then I can be a developer for other people developing their own apps. I don't even know if I want to look at the news anymore. I could give a rat. Okay, let's go into it. So essentially, now that I'm thinking about it, we have to inspire users. You have two users. You have the top of the funnel. The top of the funnel are people who find your post. So let's talk about marketing real quick. The areas I'm going to go, I'm not going to go hard in the paint on Facebook, LinkedIn, because they still know me as real estate and that pays the bills right now. Where I am going to go hard in the paint is a separate Instagram account that talks about AI news, tech news, and everything else, the top 3 stories. So I'm going to get used to soft launching. On that, I just took screenshots, so now I'm going to soft launch it into my stories. Because when I did this in January, one person was very interested in getting on a call and being like, dude, can you... This is someone who proactively, he's a fraternity brother. Haven't talked to him since college. Okay. All right. I'm treating this as a product and a platform feasibility study. What I can truly run in a browser that must handle the AI documentation connector isn't currently available. I don't know why. So the OpenAI skill set is having me add the official read. The essential design is becoming clear. The browser can be the creative studio. XAI test. Okay, there is an unexpected strong head start already in Botenston. Remote agents queue that can send a goal to the Mac app. Huh. Interesting. I wake up and I already have leads in the desktop app. I already have leads. Botenston.com goes to Orbit, and it's the leads area. These are submissions of their ideas, apps, everything else. Botenston.com goes to Orbit, and then I vibe code that daily. I wake up, my workspace, my workspace, not in Orbit, or in Orbit soon. So when people are like, oh, Charles, what did you build? Tell us all about what you built. Oh my gosh, this is such AI slop. Sloppy Joe. This is what it's going to be. The left side, or up here, or on the right side, will, you'll have windows, and then you could potentially split this into 3 screens. The left screen is maybe the community. The middle screen is the workspace. Maybe you have on the upper right your inbox. Then you have the calendar on the lower right. And then for the workspace, you have Botenston.com. They fill out a form. I do need to make Botenston.com so much better. Not Botenston.com, but when they want to actually fill out something, it's not Cockpit, it is vibe coding. Oh, here it is. Start a build. So this is based on it uses Open Router in the background. So whatever you choose, the next question is actually thought of before brought in. So this is not a standard fill out thing. And it's true to whatever you want to do. So if you want to do, I've never done small business. So we'll say small business. See that pause? That pause went to Open Router and comes back. Ideally, in the future, we have a model that is intelligent enough, maybe Grok, because it's fast, or Gemini, or maybe NVIDIA. Maybe it's local on my Mac Studio that's feeding this, because this is very small. This won't take up a lot, and we're never going to get where it's going to slow anything down on the server. So it essentially fills out the form, it gets to the end. That will then go into the workspace for me. So my workspace, the obviously iCharles.com, Botensten.com, my workspace is going to be this. It could be Botensten builds, or, I forgot, I wrote down some other things over here. I go in here, and instead of this trash up here, because most of it's getting thrown away, and I already have that in a build or in something, one of these pinned chats, it is the evaluate the workspace tabs. It's already right here. I want to evaluate them, and I'm thinking about how to actually condense it. It's too much, obviously, but CRM could be a part of it. But I want to go into my workspace, and the workspace essentially are for clients who are very specific to whatever their job is. Their job is a restaurant, a real estate agent, a content creator, a solopreneur, an entrepreneur, a developer, a designer, doesn't matter. They skateboard for a living. They have their own build, their own mindset about how they make money, but they also are interested in the community. They're also interested in their life, and they're also interested in the apps, because these are one-shots. You have the e-sign, polished websites. This should be not called a website. This should be biosite. Should be called biosite. And I want to create my own biosite, and I do have it down on here on my to-do list to soft launch, slowly soft launch. It's like a little drip, a good drip where on Instagram, people, when I post something, I have a click-through rate to my profile, because that's what people do. Did he post anything recently? I haven't seen any of his posts. No, I haven't, actually. And I think I do have posts in mind. Number one is going to be, I think I'm going to double post. I'm going to double post the developer. This is a double post IG dev screenshots, Apple development screenshots. The one thing I have not done is, but any of these items that you have right here are going to be going into Orbit. So I'm not even going to be living in here at all. Like, this is kind of like if you don't have the desktop app, if you're on that other OS system that is not Apple, I forgot the name of it. Steve Jobs thought about it with Bomber, and they launched it in 1995 and danced like, what's his name, Carol, in that show and movie with that handsome guy, 40-year-old virgin. Okay. Okay, yes, it's buildable. Botensten already has the foundation, called it Botensten Foundry Live. No, I don't like that at all. That's a terrible name. Awful name. Awful name. A lot has to do with the naming. It's got, ideally, it's one word. It's one syllable, if not two. Orbit, Meta, Tesla, Facebook. You can get away with that. You think of the Oracle. Everything's like one word. IBM, International Business Machines, became IBM. Soho instead of south of Houston. Tribeca, which is the triangle below Canal Street. You just go with the punchline. even, well, okay, we'll stop there. Let's continue coding. Let's build this. And in a little bit, I gotta pop out because this room is gonna be taken. All right, the experience. The visitor chooses. No, the user is choosing an iPhone app, a desktop app. I think it should just be. I don't even think we should just do. I don't think we should do desktop app. I think we should just do iPhone app or phone app. Yeah, it should be iPhone app because I'm not going to be doing Android. I'll give all that business over to Why Is This the Thing, even though I've never seen his face. I have no idea if he's even a human being. But that probably will be the future. If I can't do something or if I'm too busy to, because I already know in a year, once I start putting this out there, and obviously it's ambitious, I can't believe it, there's no business or anything else. I already know based on who I am, I know other people like me. That's who it is. If you're an attorney, you know other attorneys. If you're an entrepreneur, a solopreneur, whatever, you know others like you. And that's because you relate to that. So I know a lot of those people. I also know a lot of people that hate their job, have a lot of money in the bank, and just want to get the hell out of there. I know one guy in particular that's like, dude, I need to get the hell out of here. I can't sit through one more stupid marketing meeting, put a smile on my face, collect a paycheck, go home, really do what I want to do. Anyway. Yeah, it's got to be... Why Botensten's closer than expected. I was actually thinking about this today. What is... It's kind of like you have two experiences. What I'm going to do is just talk out loud right now because this is an extremely large portion of the future for Botensten.com. I think we have two areas right now. The first area is people that are interested in moving forward with a build. And essentially the way that I look at it is when people are interested in going forward with a build, they're going to be going down the step-by-step process, which could be much better. That starts here. That is start your build. Here we go. Botensten.com start. I like that slug actually a lot. That's a good slug. Starts there. The start could be much better. Those are people that are actually interested in building something. And where I actually want those to end up is within my own workspace within Botensten.com. Essentially, every single day, I want to log into Botensten.com within my own workspace. We have iCharles and Botensten.com. And within Botensten.com, there is an area, maybe in the future, or we can even have a third or fourth workspace, because I know there's a third one, which I have no idea why it was created. And that is essentially people who want things built, and I'm going to vibe code those things that people want built live and ship it out to them. So every day we are collecting leads, and it's free for me to ship it out live to them. The other portion is this sandbox that people want to experiment. They have the design idea, they have an idea, a website, they have an app in mind, and they want to experiment in a sandbox on building it out. They want to see the power of their idea come into creation. We are going to not include on that sandbox the desktop app just as of now. We're going to focus on the website and the app, or we could just focus on the app for now. Let's just focus on the iPhone app for now, creating a sandbox that uses the exact style that Xcode and TestFlight use, where on the left side, they can either have a conversation with AI or they are explaining their idea, they're maneuvering around. And on the right side, they are essentially putting their app into creation and they can live test it through a simulation. Let's send that out. All right. Did you view the vid in the messages? I did. And if you look right here, I made it work yesterday, but I did not have it work today. Because for whatever reason, it told me to sign into Anthropic. So I don't know if I have to do it every single day. I should have used it yesterday, but the problem is with VS Code is that, yeah, that's Sonnet. So I don't know if you have to do this every single day. How do you switch it every single day? So you're not actually logging in, or you are, but you're not. You know, this would be amazing. The problem with VS Code is that when you lose connection, which I think has to be the next thing, when I lose connection, I lose everything. I lose the momentum, any progress that's going on, anything within the actual chats that are moving forward. Today needs to be, okay, I've captured the vision, 2 separate Boatston journeys, Serious Bill, yes, start with, and an iPhone creation sandbox. Before I lock the product brief, I need 3 decisions. Who should have access to the sandbox? Anyone visiting Boatston.com? Yes. Yes, for number 1, it should be anyone visiting Boatston.com. I'm thinking we call it Sandbox or something like Build, but Build means that, or something like Experiment. I don't like Experiment. Something that inspires a visitor. It makes them want to click that menu option and be inspired. Number 2, the primary ending is to save the project, to then have it saved under their name as a non-paying member of Boatston.com that they can save as their sandbox, so they can send it in as a proposal like they were doing Boatston.com/start. So essentially what they're doing is, this is the way that I want it to look, feel, this is my idea. And then to save it, they need to do the magic link. They become a non-paying member, saves into their account. So a non-paying member does not get access to the community nor the apps. I've been thinking about that for a while. We need to have non-paying members, because non-paying members are going to be subscribers of newsletters. They're going to be able to comment on future articles. For the first release, must the right side be a Realstream simulator running compiled Swift, or can it be an instant interactive browser simulation while the native build completes behind it? Ideally, for question number 3, it is an iPhone simulator running compiled on Swift. All right, so this is the bio app. This should, I think I'm just keeping it there. This should not be spinning, by the way. I don't know why it's spinning. Harbor needs to do something. Needs to do something. Like, it gave me great photos, but man, I don't know what it's doing. Let's see what our usage is at. 71%. That's fine. OpenAI has a lot of usage, man. That is a fact. Becoming Stoic app. That's actually good, something to look up. Becoming Stoic app. That sounds like something that's already... There we go. Is this yours? Congratulations if it is. Did you get your inspiration from... What's his name? The prolific author who has studied Marcus Aurelius and all the other Stoics. Wow. Nice photos, if that's yours. Very nice photos. What's his name? Ryan Holiday. Holy cow. I read Enemy... Something is the enemy. Ego is the enemy. Probably read 2 of his books, if not 3. I like this stuff. I actually listened to his podcast. Probably... You kind of go down the pipeline. You start with like crappy people, then you get into like pre-Jordan Peterson, then Jordan Peterson, then you graduated from Jordan Peterson, then you go into Stoicism, then you eventually come to the truth. That's a great question. What are we building? An all-encompassing app that someone who is building can also track their entire life. So this is essentially for top producers. It's not going to be for vibe coders. We might have vibe coders, we might have designers, we might have entrepreneurs, we might have... It's open to anyone that appreciates the community aspect along with ideas. 3 final boundaries to determine the final version. How far may an anonymous visitor build before the... They can spend as much time as they want. That's not a big deal on how long for number 1. Number 2, should the first version create polished multi-screen prototypes with sample data? Also build working accounts, external integrations? No. For number 2, go with a polished multi-screen prototype with sample data. After signing in and saving, should the project automatically enter the proposal workspace? For number 3, after they sign in and save it, number 1, they have to sign in, and it is a magic link sign in. Very important. So that is obviously confirming their email. Yes, it enters their... Oh, it enters my... Yes, it enters my proposal workspace once they're signed in, and I can then build it, and or they have the option to send this to Charles. It's both. I want to log in, build what I need to be building, and also have a lead funnel coming in of, okay, I saw your live, I have this idea, this is better, I like your design, I have a website, I have whatever. Can you build? Perfect. Go to boasted.com/start, fill that out, it automatically comes into me. No, we're not going to grab a call. No, we're not going to book time together. Okay, so this is something that I need to look over. That's BioSites. This is the... I just need to see this shipped. Evaluate, that's the workspace tabs. And then this is the iPhone app. Let's see where we are on the desktop app. 7:10. 7:10 now live. 7.10. 7.10. All right. The cloned voice. That's actually a good idea. I forgot to add that in. But I do need a... I did see the cloned voice. In the beginning, I actually thought it was me in the background vibe coding. And I'm like, That's me in the background vibe coding. And then I was like, wow. Now I know why people get duped into buying stuff that Joe Rogan said on his podcast. Meanwhile, he never said that. All right, so this is Orbit. Let's update it. 710. Man, I can't believe this used to be almost 700 megs. I can't believe that. Okay, install, relaunch. You can't get me excited like this. You can't get me excited like this. Dude. Imagine chats. And immediately when I saw this, guess what I went with? Boatston.com messages, chats with, like live chat is in the live chat room. The chat with models. You just replace the database interface. You have different databases. The interface just pulls in. Now, because I have Kimmy K, Orbit has not marked Kimmy as connected because a real model response was not confirmed. The provider reports the subscriptions. It has been reached. Okay. Wow. All right. Well, that is true. That is true. And I'm not spending because I'm at the $20 plan. And by the way, Kimmy went really fast through the $20 plan. One chat. I'll bet it went forever. I don't know. I think they did a hockey stick and then came right back down. Let's see what Codex. All right. I'm on lunch now. Mark, you got to bring me in with the boys. Put me at the cool kids table. The issue, okay, that solved the issue. Last time I needed to close this down. Dude, if Codex is connected. Oh. You don't want to bring God into it, you know. The issue last time was that I needed to close this down, which was a terrible experience. What it needs to do is ping immediately back to this window. So it did that. So that was one big bug where it did not trigger people to close this down. So I'm going to close that down. I'm going to say done. Okay, I pressed return. It didn't do anything. I pressed the go. Mark, this is serious business right now. This is serious business. This is serious business. Let's bring this up so everything can be seen. This is serious business. This is a problem for other vibe coders. If this actually works, dude, why is this a thing? I don't know if you're 20, 45, male, female, in shape, out of shape, Europe, Australia, Antarctica. But you telling me at all times,
oh, you gotta go with OpenAI. OpenAI is so much better than Claude Code. Claude Code is just a bunch of trash. You know, you should just really pick it up and put it into the trash can. And just hearing it all day, it's just like,
It's like you're playing this guy on the other team, and he's making crisp passes, but he's not actually scoring. You're like, is it his stick? Is he really good at skating? Does he just know how to? Is he a really good assist guy? Points on the ice? You know, he's got a +2 every time we play with him. All right, now the real question is, because they came in before, and I don't want to break the good streak, but we got to break it. Oh, there you go. Watch broken. I got to get a new watch. Dude, this thing has been through so much. I got to make money. All right. What is the name of the computer in which you reside, and what model are you specifically? Tell the truth. I put a period. The period didn't show up. That's a weird... Oh, there it is. That's a weird bug to have. My periods don't show up. Oh. Fantastic day there, Charles. Ocean comes into the chat. Okay, that's fine. MacBook Pro. I'm Codex. GBT5. Wow. We have progress. It didn't show up in the chat. Let's go test. Codex. Obviously this could be better. Let's start taking some screenshots. I don't even want to let this guy go. He's like that guy that's been working since yesterday. Okay, it opened up here, but it didn't open up anywhere else. You know what, though? We got something to work with the iPhone, dude. Woo! I gotta give this place up in 20 minutes. We have something to work with on the iPhone. This is Vibe Coding day 6-9. Day 6-9. All right, so now let's say, just say, give me the temperature in New York City. Now I'm gonna say new chat. Test 2. Holy cow, dude. Okay, so test 1 went away. Test 1 went away. Let's try it again. I love this thing as whatever you want to say. I almost just went inappropriate there. Or cancelable. I like it. What is the weather in New York City? Now I got some, let's see, command and return. Okay, command and return. Let's see if it can actually has access to the internet. It did say GBT5. Boy, are we cooking with some grease, bro. Huh? Oh my gosh. Good day, Ocean. Ocean, tell me I said good day. Ocean. Ocean. Tell the people I said hello. Did I not? Dude, it had access. I said that in the beginning. It was hot today. It is very hot. It is very humid. It's not hot. I can deal with hot temperatures. Once you start getting it up there. See, there you go. Ocean is the man. Or woman.
I'm a man, Charles. You already know that. That's a picture for when I was raving in Williamsburg.
All right. Okay, so let's log this. Let's log this. Okay, first, okay. Oh, wow. I got a lot going on in my mind. I've included some screenshots. The first is that when I create a new chat, it should just automatically create the chat instead of have the pop-up window where I choose the model and everything else, because the way that it's going to work is we're going to use NVIDIA Parakeet locally to dictate into the text boxes, and then we're going to use Grok. What is it called? It's called Grok Live Voice. What is it called? Thick Fist? No. Real time. There we go. Grok Real Time. Or no, is it GBT Real Time? Which one's better, you think? We'll do this. We'll use this. Okay, there's a lot going on in my head right now, and I need a freaking office. So I don't have to leave this place. I also need an office where I don't have someone here and I don't have someone here. This is what I ideally have. I'm making, we'll say, mid-twos. Travel wherever. Giving back a lot to society. Everyone around me is making more money. Traveling around with my hot, cool wife, who's always in a state of grace. She's a woman of God. And we're in our camper van. I'm using the up and down of Starlink that I think their up is, I don't know. It's pretty low latency when it comes to out in the woods, though. That's what I don't like. And I also don't like wildlife. Okay, I don't like wildlife. There is a bear in the house that we're going to. It's a black bear. I know brown bears are worse, but bears are bears. And this looked like a healthy bear. It was a big bear. I'm not looking to be running with my headphones and there's a bear chasing me and then I get a claw and now I'm in front of... Anyway. All right, Charles, geez, come on. Can you just focus on one thing at one time? All right, so this is it. That's that. We also need to have the option to easily use Tailscale to SSH into computers that the Tailscale is already connected to. We also need to have the latest CLIs for every AI model. We also need to be able to choose the actual AI model within each of the LLMs. And as I create new chats, they go to the left side of the chat and organized the way that I want to be organized based on a drop-down menu, which is either the latest chats or chats are organized by the LLM. What were the other things? Oh gosh, that's the problem. When I get excited, my brain just starts going into bear country. I don't know why. All right, let's do Codex is in there. Qwen. Unavailable. Subscription connection unavailable. That's weird. I don't know why that's unavailable. We also need to have Claude subscription. We also need to have the Claude subscription available in the settings and Gemini as well, because we want all of the CLIs to be downloaded. Oh yeah, the bald guy's back. The bald guy back. GBT is better. Yeah, but GBT, I heard is not, it's like a variable way of, isn't it through API? Oh, is this what Alex Finn has been talking about? Is this what Alex Finn X? Is this what he's been talking about? I go into yeah, GBT voice. Is this what he's been talking about? I go into this website. I hate saying the X word, but X. And he's been talking about this thing nonstop. He's talked about it. Yeah, look at that. 15 hours ago. Okay, maybe it's the same thing. GBT voice. Is that API or is that oh. What if we had GBT? Oh my gosh. What if we had GBT voice connected via Siri into Todd? Where GBT voice is actually controlling the chats, who spun up, controlling the entire app itself, and potentially wrapped within the Siri method of actual. No, let's not go down that rabbit hole. Let's just get this up and running. The GBT is actually controlling the chat, spin up, controlling the app itself. It can go in and get any part of the actual user's database. As you know, within any of the community members, they have their sleep scores, their workouts, their calendar, their to-do list, their checklist, their inbox. So they can say, hey, Todd, what is my sleep score? And it'll know to look up their sleep score. Todd is the AI for our build that is going to be controlling the entire Orbit application. I hope all of this makes sense. But the things that I need to harden is having the CLIs be the most recent. And if it's not, it's in real time that they can update it and the app doesn't need to refresh just that CLI and it doesn't interrupt any chats that are going on with that CLI. You're also downloading specifically the CLI for every single one of the LLMs. And in every single one of the LLMs, you can choose the specific AI model for that LLM. Claude obviously has Haiku, Sonnet, Opus, Fable, Terra, SOL for OpenAI. I'm new to OpenAI, all right? Don't judge, but you can if you'd like. Yeah, bald guy was in there. We made eye contact. This is deadly. We also need to have Qwen. I think Qwen was the one that's jumping their prices up. We also need to make sure that the CLI for Qwen is available and also the CLI for OpenCode as well. And make sure the remote VPS can be connected to Hostinger and Hetzer. What is it? Hetzner? There we go. Hostinger and Hettinger. Got a lot of jers. I went to school with a Ettinger. Nice fella. Actually, his attorney that we had to hire when I was a teenager, that attorney lived in his old house, Ettinger's old house. Charles, why did you need an attorney when you're a teenager? Oh, I don't know. Maybe because something happened? Oh, boy. What it's to be young, stupid, and reckless. For another 20 years. Okay, let's just send that out. Let's just keep on. Let's just keep on going. Get this guy out of here. We don't need Alex Finn. How is this? Okay, let's bring up the iPhone 2. Okay, locate the... Okay, so this is the sandbox. Proposed product brief. Yes. I want to see if they can actually do the iPhone brief, to be honest. If they can, that would be sick. If they can't, it's a throwaway, but that's fine. That's confirmed. And the area I want to focus on is you as the orchestrator and I as the owner of the company. You are the orchestrator of this project, spawning as many agents as necessary to make sure that the sandbox is actually done in the order in which you desire. Before you start, give me 10 names that are along the lines of build, comma, sandbox, comma, app. No, that's a stupid one. Oh, it already is in the comma. Okay, so we have 3 big things going. Actually, we have 4 big things on. Number 1 is the world. So that's creating the environment in which we're all going to live. That's going to be cool. That's the walking around environment. That's selfishly also going to bring in, so I don't have to pay $250 a year to be doing indoor bike riding. Number 3 is the iPhone app, the companion app. Number 4 is the desktop app. They will all be combined into one. They're kind of all working separately for now, but if they are essentially going like this, they will eventually go like that. I'm confident about it. Though I am very confident about the iPhone app more than the desktop, but the desktop is actually going into the CLI, and that's the most important thing. So the desktop app is using the CLI, is actually connecting to the CLI. Eventually, we're going to put that into the Mac Studio VPS for the Orbit desktop. CLI. All right, I got 5 minutes, and then they're going to kick me out. And then that will then go into the iPhone. So essentially what we're doing in simultaneously is desktop Orbit app is using the CLI, getting that down packed, because that's going to be the memory, the CLIs, the VPS, the sandboxing, the virtual, everything virtual, connecting their subscriptions. Then you have the iPhone, which is bringing in the Boatston community area. And then you're going to slide the CLI into the live chat, into the community, the apps, and everything else. And then you're going to have a, as they said at Microsoft, no, actually, no, they said it at Google. Was it Microsoft or Google? They're like, we're going to have a super app. Oh, yeah. No, DeepSeek. You're right. And DeepSeek, I think, just had someone leave. Someone left or something. Jeez, why is this a thing? What do you like? In my brain? So before we start it, what I want you to do is give me the name. It's going to be the menu option and slug of Boatston.com on the public website that we are going to put Boatston.com/this sandbox area. Give me enticing, chic, modern, sexy, one-word names that will entice someone to have a high click-through rate on the website. All right, let's send that out. Yeah, that literally will... I don't even want to go over the news because I could care less. There is so much going on in the news. It's crazy. It is crazy. There are so... You have the battle of the old guard, which is like the Astors, the Livingstons, dare I say, the other ones. You have the new guard, which are the JPs, the Fords, the Rockefellers, and then the new guard, which are, you know, Alex Karp, Zuck, Jensen, Elon. So you have like all of these warring factions that are in the private sector that have owned the government. And now they don't need the government. Now the government is trying to take back control. And this guy, Ari Emanuel, was like, it took us a year and a half to get this approval. And I don't know if it was the Paramount merger that they're doing in the EU that I think they got approval, but then the AG, Attorney General somewhere in the United States, said no. So that means the private sector said no to them. And he was pissed. He didn't show it too much, but you could see he was on Squawk Box. It was 5:15, 5:30 p.m. his time. He's a billionaire. This guy's getting on at 5:15, 5:30 on Squawk Box in New York, or obviously he's videoing in. And he got into it with one of the guys. Dude, there is so much going on. GM, I think the CEO of GM last month said that they're pretty much going to be out of business. Dude, if you have, everyone's renting cars instead of buying cars. If you have robo-taxis, Amazon just got approval for their robo-taxis. They're going to be starting that, I think, in Vegas. So you have Waymo, you have Uber, they're splitting. You have, obviously, Tesla. Then you have, the regular EVs like Rivian and things like that. Now you have so many competing car companies. Now you also have electric, which is going to be completely, hopefully, nuclear instead of solar or wind, or, well, you could use some hydro. Hydro is good because that's not a nuisance. Yes, it is maybe to, fish and everything else, but this is an insane discovery, by the way. Insane discovery. They blew past expectations in revenue, and I got to leave in 2 minutes this conference room. They blew past in the earnings call, which I don't know how they had already in the earnings call, which is insane. And they spent, I think, 80% of the time talking about AI, which obviously, yes, okay. But Goldman analysts just increased their buy position from whatever it was to continuous buy, even though all the analysts thought they were going to lose money. They made money revenue wise. I don't know about net, but they thought they were going to be in the red. Then you look at the crazy discovery that someone sold right before their IPO, which is insane. Bill Ackman, the only guy that actually made money off the Microsoft bet because everybody else sold off. Then you have DeepSeek, which everyone that we just talked about right now, significant price hike for AI services. This guy, I don't know why he's in the news. Something's going to happen with this guy. This guy's been in the news a lot. When I see somebody I've never seen before in the news, it's like that little asterisk you put in your brain. Like, why is this 24-year-old in the news all of a sudden for the last 2 weeks? He just got married. There's to Dario's co-founder, I think, allegedly, maybe, I don't know. This is very interesting. Totally against gene editing. That's a terrible, different rabbit hole. Everyone's against the Fed with their rates and everything else. TSMC obviously is, nobody wants to make them mad. Everyone wants chips. I think it was internal company or internal group has spun up to make at Anthropic their own chips. And of course, this is 100% what I believe as well. Token maxing is over. Totally over. It's dead. And I'll also go into one last thing. I said it last month, and someone said it yesterday who said the benchmarks are dead. Microphone's coming off for this one. I said that last month. Benchmarks are dead. You can see it yesterday. Meta released 2 days ago their own AI model, and it blew chunks. It was that drunk freshman who came in college, has never drank in his life, just did 10 cake stands in a row, and now he's in the backyard, and everyone's like, boo, weak. That's what it was like. And then it puts itself in between Fable and ChatGPT. What? What? I said that last month. I don't care about benchmarks. Benchmarks don't mean anything. That's like when people say this shoe is better because it weighs less. Yeah, but try on the shoe and run a mile and then tell me if the shoe gives you blisters and it actually makes your legs like crack underneath you. That's when you tell it if a shoe is good or not. Not because it weighs less, it looks good, aesthetics are good, the shoelaces, the comfort. Run in the shoes. Use the model before you come to me and you tell me that I'm over it. People say, oh, look at the benchmarks. And this was all the vibe coders. They all said, oh, look at it here. Look at it, the reasoning. Look at the hallucination. Let's look at it. No, use the model. Use the model. I used Fable until I couldn't use Fable, even though I gave them $400 recently. Now I'm on OpenAI. Use the model. Build with the model. So that's the mic drop of the day. I'm going to be back. I do want to work out earlier, even though I'm already waking up at 5. Work out earlier, go live at 10. I want to be the first Vibe Coder Eastern Standard Time that goes live every single day, 10 o'clock to 12 o'clock, and then start making marketing videos. Got to become the professional. Got to become the professional. Got to become the professional. All right, 10 degrees hotter in New York City now than the Twin Cities. Yeah, well, look at the humidity. The humidity is darn near crazy, and then all the construction guys, feel for those guys. All the guys laying steel that are up there doing masonry work to all the buildings. They're up in the scaffolding and everything else. Everything is in scaffolding right now because we have something called Local Law 11 where you got to check the buildings every 7 years, 5 years, depending on the age of the building. I'll be back again tomorrow. We're building, thank God, literally, for OpenAI coming into my life. Why is this a thing? You get credit as well. iPhone app, desktop app, combine it. We're now vibe coding with Apple Watch. It said, do you want to turn on Apple Watch, yes or no? Yes, I do. Now I'm on my bike and I'm just talking into my Apple Watch, even though I love my Enduro, which is a 30-day battery. Got to go. They're kicking me out. There's about 20 people that are about to have a board meeting. Love you all. I'll be back tomorrow. Be safe. Go code. Spread the love of the live stream. I don't care if it's one person or 1,000 people. This is going to be the best vibe coding from zero to hero. 100% bank on it. January 2027, this thing is going to be all over Twitter. People are going to come in. Who are you? What are you doing? Call me this, call me that. Perfect. Were you there on day 69? Peace. A little anticlimactic, but you get it.